know Excel, you already understand SQL. Most people think SQL is difficult, technical, and only for programmers. But here is the truth. SQL is just structured Excel logic. Today I'm going to show you how common Excel functions translate directly into SQL. And by the end of this video, SQL won't feel scary anymore. In this video, we will compare VLOOKUP with join, filter with where, pivot table with group by, if with case statements, and remove duplicates with distinct. Same logic, different syntax. Let's start with the most famous function, VLOOKUP. First, we will see VLOOKUP in Excel versus joins in SQL. Here I have two tables. One has customer details. It is stored in the name as customers. The other one has order details, which is stored as orders table. In this orders table, we don't have customer name, but the customer table has the customer name in it. If we want to take the customer name from the customers table, we should have the matching ID. So whenever we need to use lookup functions, we should have the matching IDs in two tables. So from these two tables, we have a matching ID as customer ID, because for these both tables, we have customer ID. So I use VLOOKUP function by using this matching customer ID column. Use VLOOKUP of lookup value will be from customer ID. I'm going to take the customer name, comma, table array will be in the customers table. So I'll select customer ID and customer name. Press function F4 so that your rows will not get moved, comma, column index number. So which column I need to take? I need to take the customer name, so it is in column 2, comma, I need the exact match. Press false, close the bracket and click enter. Now you can fill this. Now you could see all the customer names have been filled through VLOOKUP in Excel. Now I'm going to create the same result in SQL. In SQL, this is called joins. So here is the database where the customers table and orders table is stored in a database called DB. So when you check the customers table, you have this customer ID and name, city and segment. And when you go on to the orders table, we have order ID and product, revenue, everything. So now our goal is to merge these two tables. So I'm going to use, first I'm calling the database. So use DB, just run this. Then I'm going to use the select statement. Select, I'll be taking these whole field names, just copy field names and put it over here. Order ID, customer ID, order date, product, revenue, and we need a customer name that is in customers table. So I'll just copy this customer name and paste it over here. Now I'm going to join this. So the first table I'm going to use is orders table. From orders, I'll give an alias name as O. Then use join customers table. So here we have orders table as orders 1 and customers table as customers 1. And you can give an alias name for customers table as C. And we need to join these table through the matching IDs. So our matching IDs are orders dot customer ID equal to customers dot customer ID. Here I'll be giving from which table I have used to this field names. So order ID, order date and all in orders table. So I can use this to the field names for product, for revenue, and for customer name it is in customers table. So now execute this. You could see the orders table and the customer name also have been extracted. So VLOOKUP in Excel is equal to joins in SQL. The second one we are going to see is filter versus where class. In Excel, if I want only orders where revenue is greater than 50,000, then we need to click filter. So to enable filter, just go on to data, click filter so that the filter is enabled over here. Here I'll be taking number filters greater than 50,000. Click enter. So you could see only 3 orders whose revenue is greater than 50,000. So the data has been filtered based on conditions. In SQL, we can produce the same result using where class. So write select star. So star, in the sense, it will take all the columns from the table, from orders table, orders 1, where revenue is greater than 50,000. So now I'm going to run this. The same result has been reproduced. Filters in Excel is where class in SQL. Both are filtering rows based on conditions. The next one we are going to see is pivot tables in Excel versus group by and order by in SQL. Now let's just summarize revenue by city. We have a revenue column in orders table but city column in customers table. So we have to use VLOOKUP. If you have the data in the same table, there is no need to use VLOOKUP before pivoting the data. So I use VLOOKUP of customer ID, comma, in customers table I use customer ID and customer name, city, press function F4. Now I need the city column, so column index number is 3 and I need the exact match, close the bracket and click enter. So it will be flashed filled. Now I can create the pivot table. To create a pivot table, go to insert, click pivot table. Pivot table can be inserted in the new worksheet. So click OK. So here the pivot table fields and the area where we are creating a table and charts is created. So here what I'm going to do is I'll take city and put it in the rows. And for summarizing values, I use revenue. So here it has calculated sum of revenue. It can be changed to average, minimum, maximum and all. So here you could see all the cities are grouped by and the total revenue has been calculated. We can sort it. Right click, sort and sort largest to smallest. So you could see Mumbai, Delhi, then Chennai and Bangalore has the highest revenue. Now the same result will be created in SQL. Now you could see already we have taken the customer name from the customers table. Now I'm going to take the city name from customers table. So I'll write customers.city. I can create this a view because the view will be storing all your queries. So create view and give the view name. I give a view name as sales and store this query so that all the orders information and customer name and the city name will be stored in a view called sales. I run this. Now you refresh and check here. The sales view is being created. When I open this table, we have all the orders table and customer name and city also has been merged together. Now I'm going to write group by and order by for this. Select city sum of revenue because I'm going to calculate the total revenue for each city. From now the table is in view, so I write the view name as sales, grouping it by city and ordering by sum of revenue. By default, order by is in ascending order, so I write it as descending. Now if we execute, you could see Mumbai, Delhi and the Chennai, Bangalore. The same result has been created. Here the logic is group by is summarizing the value from the pivot table and order by is sorting. Group by and order by in joins, which is equal to the pivot tables in Excel. Now we compare Excel if versus case when in SQL. Now let's just classify revenue. I have written a revenue category as the column name, where if the revenue is greater than 50,000, I can consider this as a high sales. For classifying this, I can write if this revenue value is greater than 50,000, it is considered as high sales, else it will be low sales. Close the bracket, click enter and flash fill it. So now the revenue has been categorized. The same result we can produce in SQL using case when statement. Here I'll be writing select city revenue, and the third column will be revenue category. So for revenue category, I'll be writing case when. It is the same logic as if revenue greater than 50,000, then it is considered as high sales, else it is considered as low sales. So now we need to give a column name. So end as, I'll be giving revenue category. From which table we have to mention? So from the table sales, that is what we have created in views. Execute this. You could see here for city revenue, and the revenue category has been created through this case when. So if in Excel, which will be equivalent to case when in SQL. The last one we are going to compare is removing duplicates or unique function in Excel versus distinct in SQL. So here we have the cities that has been repeated. You could see Mumbai and Delhi has been repeated. If we want to remove duplicates or if we want to extract the unique values, we write the unique function of this cities. Click enter. So we have these 4 unique cities. In SQL, if the unique values needs to be extracted, then distinct can be used. So I write select distinct, column name is city, from customers table. Run this. You could see all the unique city names have been extracted. So SQL is not a new skill, it is just a structured Excel logic. So if you already know Excel, you are not starting from 0 in SQL, you are starting from 50%. If this helped you see SQL differently, then consider subscribing this channel.